Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Monday edition of Pagan Artist Spotlight on the Prairie Land Radio Network this afternoon. Now, we do have in with us special guest Catherine Blake coming to us from the
Hi,
UK, and she
hello.
is also the she's a I've listened to her music. I've listened to her with Medieval Babes. She's fantastic, and you're gonna really enjoy the videos that we're gonna be playing for everybody today. So, welcome, Catherine. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome. Now, when I had first listened to the Medieval Babes, uh, yeah, this was something that I definitely wanted to share. And now that I've had a chance to reach out to you and have you as a guest, it just puts the icing on the cake. So now I've got your information scrolled down here at the bottom. Now, I know that you said when we were offline that you're going to be performing on the 28th, and after you say 22 years.
Yeah, it's my first band, Miranda Sex Garden. That we were around initially in the very early '90s, and then we had a resurgence in around 2000. But that was about the last time we played live, and we're doing a reunion gig at the 12 Bar Club in London on the 28th of July. There's still a few tickets left. So if you're listening and you're in London or anywhere reasonably nearby, then get in there and get some tickets because they're going to sell out really soon. It's going to be a really special gig. I'm really excited about it.
There's some people over in London who I know that would definitely take an interest in this. So I
Yeah.
will make doubly sure that they are aware.
Well, there's actually people coming from across the pond. So I'm coming from Canada and, all around Europe. So we better be good.
Excellent. So now, how long have you been in the music industry?
Well, professionally since I was 20 years old. I'm 51 now, so that'll be 31 years. That's a long time, isn't it? Significantly more than half of my life. Yeah. So my first band was Miranda Sex Garden. We started out as madrigal singers. We got discovered busking on the Portobello Road, and things just went from there. Really, we did like 4 albums, and then I started a new band in 1996 called the Medieval Babes, where I got all my friends together to sing medieval music. Initially, it was just for fun, but then we enjoyed doing it so much, and other people seemed to enjoy listening to us and watching us. So we decided to try and get a record deal, which happened. And then 26 years later, we're still doing it. We're going to be doing a Christmas tour around churches and cathedrals around the UK this Christmas. We've got a new album coming out as well, and also I'm very busy finishing that up in between rehearsing with Miranda Sex Garden. And also, like earlier this year, I put out the first album of my new project, The Witching Tale, which I do with my partner Michael J. York, which very sort of psychedelic, kind of folky, pagan sounding album, which I'm really proud of. It's pretty far out. So
Right
yeah,
now,
lots of stuff on the go.
now, when you were growing up, did you always have an interest in music?
Yeah, absolutely. I started singing from when I was about 1 or 2 years old. I was always singing. So yeah, it's always been in my blood, music. And my dad's a jazz musician, so I grew up around music.
Right. And I noticed that now with the medieval babes, uh, how many how many of you are there that make up the group?
Well, at the moment, there's 6 ladies. We're a sextet, and but over the years, there's been, I think, getting on for about 30 members. Because it's gone on so long, and so many of the women have sort of come and gone, or started families or moved away, and had to like give it up to do other careers. So it's been, there's been many incarnations of the Medieval Babes, which I think is fun because it's really kept it fresh. But I'm the only one that's been there all the way through because I started the band and I'm the musical director, and I write the material and produce the albums. But yeah, there's been so many wonderful women over the years, a lot of them whom are my best friends still, who have, you know, contributed to this very unique project.
Well, it definitely seems like you do have longevity going for the group.
I'll say, yeah, yeah, and that's because it's just so fun. It's just such a fun thing to do, is sing with your friends and travel around, and it's more than just a job. It's definitely a social thing. We're like a collective of women. It's extremely unique scenario, I mean, and I hope I keep doing it forever.
Well, yeah, especially when it's something that you really love doing, that you
Yeah.
enjoy, that I think once it's not there, uh, it's like something's missing.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't hear that bit.
Oh, it's like after a period of time, it's that if you didn't have it in your life, then it's like something missing.
Definitely. I'm a bit of a workaholic. I just keep making albums. I've lost count of how many albums I've made, but as soon as I make one, you know, I have to do another one. I have to start another one. I always have to have one on the go because I don't think I'd have a sense of purpose without that, and I think I'd probably go a bit crazy if I wasn't making albums and performing. But I think it's making albums that really is my first love, and composing music. That's the thing that, I mean, I love performing as well. But, you know, like in lockdown, for instance, I think a lot of musicians I know were obviously quite distressed and felt really frustrated they couldn't go and tour. But for me, it was fine because I just made 2 albums in lockdown. I made a Medieval Babes album called Prayers of the Rosary, which is settings of Catholic prayers, and the Witching Tale album. So it's like two, you know, the Christian and the pagan, very sort of good dynamic there. And I love lockdown because I could just get on and write music
Mm-hmm.
and record music, and people collaborated with me remotely. So that was a happy time for me, actually.
And have you missed being able to be out and about and performing in front of people and getting that energy?
Sorry, could you say that again, please?
Okay. Since the lockdown, I mean,
Yeah,
have you really missed being out in front of people and performing live and having that energy?
yeah. Of course, I miss that, but because performance is only part of what I do, I could definitely, you know, immerse myself in other activities. So that was sorry. I've just got to just sorry. Yeah, that was someone calling me. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, but obviously, I absolutely love performing, and in the Medieval Babes, we're so lucky because we get to perform in all these cathedrals around the country, which is just so great. You know, darling, I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
an interview. So that's really, really good. We get to do all these like really amazing cathedrals, and we've played so many awesome venues over the years, like this slate mine in Cornwall called Conway's Caverns. And, you know, we've travelled all across America quite a few times. We get to play the Renaissance festivals, so it's really, really good. I'm gonna have to, Mike, Mike, I'm doing an interview. I can't speak now, but yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah, we play this place called Maryland Renaissance Fair. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that's a really, really fun
Mm-hmm.
thing to do. We haven't been out there for a while, but so I'm really looking forward to going back there soon, hopefully.
Right. So now, besides with the medieval base
What's that?
and
Sorry.
your, yeah, besides the group that you're with,
Yeah,
uh, the the latest album, The Witching Tale.
yeah.
Now, have you
That was
written
him on
any?
the phone, by the way. My partner, Michael J. York, who I did the album with. That was him calling just now. He sensed it,
Gotcha.
maybe. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
Have you written anything else for yourself?
For myself, what would
Yeah, as far as any other albums for for like a solo album.
Oh, I have done a solo album. Yeah, it's called Midnight Flower. I did that back in 2007, actually, when I was pregnant with my first baby, she's 15 years old now. But yeah, I've done a solo album. I've done an album with my my previous partner, who unfortunately died with cancer, the father of my children, he died back in 2015. But we did a sort of duets album called From the Deep. He was a really amazing musician, singer, so we used to write a lot together. But yeah, so there's been the Witching Tales solo albums. I've also produced various people's albums over the years. Yes, I've been really, really busy.
Nice. Well, like you said, we've got 3 videos to play today.
Oh, great.
So I'm going to be spreading those out here. And I think the very first one we're going to get to is actually going to be The Witching Tale.
Okay, great.
What was the inspiration and story behind this one?
This was actually lyrically, it came out of this book that my grandmother used to own called Fairy Music, and it's from a very long poem called Thomas the Rhymer, but it sort of references sort of various doomed lovers like Tristan and Isolde and Guinevere and Lancelot. So it's a very deeply romantic text that I set to music, and then the instrumental aspect of it is mainly contributed by my partner Michael J. York, who plays analog synthesizers. He also plays bagpipes and makes bagpipes, though he's not playing bagpipes on this particular track. But yeah, this song was created when we were in lockdown together, and it's really kind of synchronistic that I found this poem, because it actually references Avalon, which is the other name for Glastonbury, and it's actually talks about Avalon in the poetry that I'm singing.
Nice. Okay, now this one is called The Witching Tale.
Yeah, the title track.
Witching tale, the prophet She comes like flash of flame, can lover's footsteps fly. She comes, she only came to see her Tristan die.
Okay, now that video to me has got a mix of psychedelic and interdimensional.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful video. It's made by my old lighting engineer called Mark Video. Well, he goes under the name of Disco. Yeah, and we filmed it in the woods in Chingford, not far from where I live.
So it's definitely an interesting twist from a lot of the music that I tend to come across and listen to. So it's kind of a nice little change.
What's that? Sorry.
It's a nice little change from what I normally come across and listen to.
Good. Well, I'm really glad you enjoy it. I'm really glad you like it. Yeah, and it is available at Bandcamp. Our album, Bandcamp. They're the good guys. It's not Spotify. It's the artist can make some money from Bandcamp. So please do go there and purchase it if you like that. There's another 9 tracks, I think, where that came from.
Yes, in fact, I am a big supporter of Bandcamp and what they do for
they are great.
art.
Yeah.
So definitely be sure
all my Medieval Babes albums also on sale in Bandcamp. I think they are great, and they've been so generous in throughout lockdown to help musicians. Like Bandcamp Friday, they would not take any commission. So yeah, they really are doing everything they can to support musicians.
Yep, I do agree with you 100% there.
Yeah.
Now, besides the Witching Tale, did you say that you've got another album that you wrote?
Another.
Do you have another solo album?
Yes, I've got an album called Midnight Flower. Yes, that I mentioned earlier.
That's right.
Yeah, solo album. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And that one is also on Bandcamp? Excellent. Well, be sure to check out Bandcamp so that you'll be able to get both albums through there.
There's so much stuff I've got on sale there. I've been very busy girl.
It definitely sounds like it. Now, with these next two videos that we're going to be playing by the Medieval Babe, the first one is called Skyline Session. Was this a rehearsal deal, or was this kind of a lockdown concert?
That was when we were on tour in America in I think it was Christmas 2014.
Oh, okay.
That's when we made that's when that was filmed. Yeah, we were doing a Christmas tour. Yeah, so that was
Okay.
Yeah. I remember that. It was a really fantastic tour. I think we were somewhere maybe in Florida or Memphis. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I know that people are definitely going to enjoy this one. This one caught my attention when I first listened to it. So let's watch this one. This one's called Skyline Session.
Gaudete, gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete. Tempus gratiae hoc adaptabamus, camine letitia, devotere tam. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete. Deus homo factus est natura mirante, mundus renovatus est a Christo regnante. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete. Exercilis contra glaude et transitur, unde luxus auto, salus impeditur. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete. Necra nostra curtio, salus jamil nostra, benedicat Domino, salus Regi nostra. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, you like it, good.
Yes, I absolutely do. Uh, having that kind of harmony, and it just it's it's undescribable. Just when you've got a group like that who can harmonize that well, it just really makes it enjoyable.
Yeah, I just love singing in harmony with the Babes, and I just love writing harmonies as well, arranging stuff and writing stuff. But it's one of my absolute big passions in life. Yeah.
Now you said that let's see. Now the Medieval Babes are still together. They're still touring.
Yeah.
Do you have a? I mean, are they going to be going out on tour here soon?
Yes, we're going to be touring in December. We've got a 14-date tour to promote our new album. We'll be doing a Christmas album, Christmas/Yule themed album, and we're going to be playing all around the UK with various cathedrals and churches. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. We tried to do tours most Christmases. Obviously, we couldn't in the lockdown, but when we got to come back last year after a year off, it was really thrilling. Even though all the audience had to wear masks, but I was really pleased that people actually still turned up, even though Omicron had just hit the UK, so we were up against it. But we were lucky enough to all get COVID in November, so we had immunity for the tour. So that was very fortunate, because if one of us had gone down, it would have been a disaster. We probably would have got it, and the tour would have been cancelled. And but we were very fortunate, and we got away with it.
Well, I'm glad that you've got that out of the way, so that
Yeah.
hopefully that won't be a factor.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Excellent. Okay, tell you what, we're going to take a quick time out for station identification, and then also from our sponsors, and then we're going to be right back right after these words. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after this.
Sister Moon, Apothecary and More is a collaboration of local island witches bringing you handcrafted tools for ritual, amazing apothecary, custom vinyl work, merchandise, and so much more. But we are not just an online store. We are a sisterhood, a platform, and a voice for everything that is magical. Join us for our famous Tarot Tuesdays from 11 to 4 Eastern Standard Time for a discounted reading with our amazing in-house intuitive reader and priestess, Wolf Spirit Energy, Beverly Oberlin. You can find us on Facebook at Sister Moon Store or on the web at sistermoon.shop. So fly on over and stop in for a spell.
All right, we are back with more with Katharine Blake, and basically we have been listening to some fantastic music from both herself and also from the Medieval Babes. I got to admit that when I first came across the Medieval Babes, I wanted to have the whole group on the show. That would have been just absolutely fantastic to have all the girls on. But hopefully we'll be able. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get something scheduled later on for that.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
So now, I know that you said that you look at. I mean, how far ahead in the future are you looking to performing with the Babes?
Well, I'd like to carry on doing it indefinitely. I don't see any reason to stop. People love it. I love it. So I'm going to keep going for as long as I can.
I mean, do you get a large turnout at your concerts when you're out on tour?
Yeah, we do. We do well, particularly at Christmas, because I think it's a really special occasion for people to come and not only hear some, beautiful kind of festive seasonal music, but to experience it in a beautiful setting, like an ancient cathedral. So I think it's the whole experience that people go for, the whole sort of fantastical, epic, component of being in an ancient place and hearing all that music.
Right. Well, we've got one more video that we're going to be getting to here in just a couple minutes, and like I said, this is going to be another really good one by the Medieval Babes. And then basically what we're going to be doing here, I've got the links up for the Medieval Babes, and then also, now you said that you're going to be doing a concert on the 28th with Miranda.
That's correct. Yeah. My first band from the 90s. Yeah, we are returning. It's the first gig we've done in 22 years. Yeah, we're coming back on to do a gig, a reunion show, 28th of July, just 10 days away. So, and that is very exciting. Yeah, we've got a fantastic lineup, and really, really looking forward to doing something that's so pretty different from the more classical style that I do with Medieval Babes.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of more kind of experiment, like avant-garde, sort of goth rock, if you will.
Nice. Now, are you planning on doing both groups here in the near future? I mean, are you going to
Yeah,
be doing?
yes, I'd love to have them both going alongside, and also next year I'd like to do some live stuff with the Witching Tale as well. So variety is great. So I'd like to have as big a dynamic in terms of what I do stylistically as possible.
Nice. Now, with the Medieval Babes, does do as I say, does everyone give their own input on music and uh, come up with new ideas?
No, I write it all.
Oh, okay.
I either arrange it or write it all myself, and I notate it, and then then the ladies sing it. So it's quite different from being, in a band where you sort of jam ideas out. It's a much different approach.
Mm-hmm.
But other people contribute in other areas, like when Joe Boas is the choreographer, for instance, and everyone brings different things to it. But I'm very much in charge of what goes on musically, and I think everyone's happy for it to be that way. Otherwise, they'd have left, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, I have to hand it to you that having longevity like that, having a group singing together for that long, and really enjoying what they're doing, that says a lot for the kind of music that you're doing and just their love of performing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't know. It's kind of extraordinary. It's been going on as long as it has. I mean, it's quite a phenomenon. I don't think there's any other band or choir, whatever you want to call it, like it, which is obviously a strength, because it's not like people are going to get into the Medieval Babes and then get into the next thing that comes along that's a bit like the Babes or whatever. It's we are one of a kind, I think.
Mm-hmm. Because in a way, it's kind of. Actually, I may go a different route with this. With the harmonies that the Medieval Babes are able to do, I mean, it's kind of similar to the harmonizing from Celtic Woman, but
Right? Yeah,
you ladies take it a step further.
yeah. I think Celtic Woman is. I mean, I guess there are obviously comparisons in that we're women and we're singers, and that there's Celtic, medieval, whatever, but it's very, very different stylistically, I think.
Yeah, yep. Because you ladies have taken things a step further, and the choices of music and the harmonizing that you're able to put together, yeah, that's a testament to you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, now this last one that we're going to be playing here, this is called, Veni Veni, and what was the rest of
Veni
it?
Veni Bella, I think.
Bella.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah. Which
What
means
was this?
"Come, my sweet." Or,
I
"Come,
was
my
say, what
darling."
was the inspiration and story behind this one?
Well, it's a setting of a medieval Latin poem. It's a very romantic setting. The lyrics. They're sort of quite. Yeah, it's a love song. It's a love song. So hopefully that comes across in the music. It's got a very sort of courtly feel. Hopefully quite a medieval sort of romantic tone to it, which sort of suits the lyrics.
Right. All right. It's called Veni Veni Bella.
Veni, veni, bella.
Gaudio,
Veni, damigella.
iam pereo,
Well, that definitely has a love theme to it.
So what was that? Sorry.
Yeah, it definitely has a love theme to it.
Yeah, it's a very romantic one. That.
Uh, and here again, hats off to the choreographer.
Yeah, I can't remember who choreographed that one. There's been various choreographers over the years, but yeah, we haven't done that one live for ages. Actually, maybe I should revive it.
Oh, there you go. I mean, I'm glad I was able to give you the inspiration to revive that one.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Now, let's see. Now, anything on the schedule coming up uh, here soon for the medieval base?
The next the next time we're performing live is at a reenactment festival called Lockswood Joust, and that's the first weekend of August, 6th and 7th, and we're going to be playing both days, and it's really fun, sort of family event. They've got jousting and archery and battles being reenacted, and we're performing in a stage in the woods, so that's a really good day out if you happen to live in the UK and you fancy going back in time, witnessing people living like they would have done in the 13th century. Come along.
Right. Okay, so be sure to check out the Facebook pages for Medieval Babes, also for Miranda Sex Garden, which is her band that she had back in the 90s, and they're going to be making a appearance on the 28th. And then also check out the Witching Tale on Facebook as well. And then last but not least, be sure to also go to their Bandcamp, thewitchingtale.bandcamp.com. And you'll be able to pick up albums. You'll be able to listen in on the music. There's so much that Bandcamp does for all the artists that they have on their site, which is why I'm a huge promoter and supporter of the Bandcamp.
Me too. Yeah, the good guys.
All right. Well, I definitely want to thank you for taking time out to come join me today.
You're so welcome. It was lovely to be on your show. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're very welcome there, Catherine. We'll definitely be staying in touch and looking forward to hearing more music.
And yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. You as well there, Catherine. Have a good night over in your area.
Cheers then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
See you later. All right. You've been listening to another edition of Iowa Pagan News, and also have a good night on the Prairie Land Radio Network and Pagan Artist Spotlight. This has been enjoyable to get to know Katharine, get to know the music, and really have a chance to connect with both herself and also the medieval babes. As always, if you have questions for me directly, contact me via email at earl@iapnradio.net, or you can contact me through at Iowa Pagan News at Gmail, because you'll be able to reach out to both myself and then also my new co-host. She is still on the mend yet, so she should be returning back with me hopefully later this week once she gets to feeling better. So I'm hoping that she's able to shake that bug that she's got. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Anywho, also, if you're wanting to help support Iowa Pagan News, be sure to check out our sites that we do have here. You'll be able to get in contact with us, and it also helps support us by donating through our Cash App at $IAPN Radio 2750, or through PayPal at Iowa Pagan News at Gmail, and then Venmo at PLRNIA. So if you'd like to help support us here at Iowa Pagan News, that's where to go. That you can help support what we're doing. So I can continue bringing you good programming, good music, uh, with also news, events, and a lot more. I'm going to wish everyone pleasant journeys. I've got more to come this week, so stay tuned for more announcements right here at Iowa Pagan News on the Prairie Land Radio Network. And I want to wish everyone pleasant journeys and have a good week.